So once again, this entire thing kind of just slides in like a glove. Perfect. Now we're ready for our bolts. What is going on, guys? It's Toby here, and today we're going to be installing this 160-degree thermostat on my Whipple Supercharged Camaro. So this is from Katech. It's rated for 71 degrees Celsius. I hate to interrupt this video, but I just wanted to thank you guys for all the support and orders on the Halloween merch so far. So we're almost sold out of quantity. If you guys want to cop it, which is really awesome, I'm going to guarantee delivery before Halloween if you order by the 25th of October, but I'll link it down in the description below, or it's TobyVegaD.company.site. Let's get back to the video. So I think that's actually like 170 degrees. Anyways, that gives you a 20-degree drop, and this simple install is going to be very quick. I'm going to take you guys along for the ride, and it's going to be very simple. If you all are wondering why exactly I'm doing this, well, these push rod motors run very, very hot, especially with a cam and a positive displacement blower. So the thought process behind getting a thermostat is that if I can keep the block just a little bit cooler, then we won't have as much heat soak, because the Whipple Supercharger is bolted to the block after all. Now, I watched a quick little install video on this, and it was highly suggested to use two pairs of vice grips, one right here on this coolant hose, and then another one right here that goes to the radiator. But guess what? I only have a small vice grip, so I guess I'm just gonna pinch this line, and we're gonna leak a whole bunch out of here. If I had a big pair of vice grips, then we could pinch this too, but I literally don't. If you're wondering what I'm using here, this is a 10mm wrench. If you didn't have a supercharger set up, obviously I have these belts and pulleys and whatnot. It blocks this, so you probably could end up using a socket, but since I have the supercharger, we're gonna have to use a wrench to loosen these. Honestly, shouldn't be too bad. I heavily regret not getting a bigger thing or a bigger vice grip, because I can hear the coolant pouring out. It's gonna be a mess. Now that that's all removed, you know, you just take out those 3 bolts like I previously mentioned, and then you have your thermostat in there. We need to remove the spring next, and I'm pretty sure you just twist counterclockwise while pressing down. To just drop the top piece of the spring into the engine bay somewhere, I don't know. I'll deal with that later. But this is what your stock thermostat comes or looks like. So you just pull it right on out. Pretty sure this is 195 degrees. That's when it opens and starts flowing to the radiator. So you guys get exactly why we replaced this with a different one, because if we replace it for a lower temp one, which is the Katech, then it'll start flowing at a lower temperature and hopefully keep the engine just a little bit cooler. That's the whole idea behind this. I really don't want to take out the whole freaking radiator fan, because it's a pain in the butt. I gotta jack up the front of the car, do a bunch of nonsense, take out a bunch of bolts, just because I freaking dropped that thing in there. I might just go to Chevy tomorrow and get a replacement one, because it's not even worth the effort of taking the car apart, honestly. I found it, guys. It wasn't actually that bad. I just dropped my belly pan. It took me like a whole 5 seconds and it dropped out. So thank God. It wasn't on the belly pan. It actually was wedged between the radiator fan and the intercooler, and I just shook it like really hard and it dropped out. We can officially drop this in. So this is the Katech one. I'm just making sure, because the factory one looks exactly the same. So we're gonna drop it in exactly how we uninstalled it. Which way is it? Oh yeah, it's this way. So the pin will match up to the hole right there, and that is perfect. We can put the spring back on. You actually want to reinstall this in the same exact manner that you took it out. So the spring will load, but you need to twist and obviously have these 2 prongs facing out, and then you'll twist them clockwise in. When it all goes in, it'll click, and this is ready to go back in to the water pump assembly, I guess, or the block, whatever you want to call it. The water pump is right there too, but anyways, yeah, so right back into the block. So once again, this entire thing kind of just slides in like a glove. Perfect. Now we're ready for our bolts. I'm not going too crazy with torquing these down. I just want to make sure that the seal is even on all sides. That's what's most important. So we'll just give it like a turn, and we'll do the same on this side, and it should be good. Since I'm all wrapped up with this, the install is completely done. I'm gonna top off the coolant tomorrow, drive around, and see if it makes any difference whatsoever. We'll see. I doubt it though. Maybe the temperature coolant gauge will be a little bit lower, or the coolant gauge, whatever, it'll read a lower temp, but I doubt it. Now I need to go ahead and correct myself with this whole thermostat install. I actually won't see a difference until my tuner goes in there and manipulates exactly when the radiator fan turns on. So apparently the thermostat allows you to turn on the radiator fans just the slightest bit earlier, and that's when you see the difference with cooling. So if you just pop in the thermostat, no tune, no calibration, then you won't see a difference like I thought you would. So we're actually getting Sully here ready with a brand new belt, brand new pulley, a smaller one to make crazy numbers on the dyno. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for that video. But if you guys like this short and simple and sweet video on as to how you can install a thermostat or an aftermarket colder thermostat in your Camaro, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.